Hello. Here we're going to look at the past perfect and how you can use it in your writing. Let's take a look at an email that a student wrote to her professor. Read along with me. To Majid Al-Kabi, uau.ac.ae, and the subject is Class Today. Dear Professor Al-Kabi, I'm sorry that I didn't come to class today. When I left the hostel this morning, I missed the bus, so I had to walk. As soon as I reached the C4 building, I realized that I had brought the wrong folder. I had picked up my friend's folder, not mine. When I returned to the hostel, my friend had already left. What's more, she had taken my folder to class by mistake too. By the time I figured out that we had switched folders, it was too late to attend class. If I had known this was going to happen, I would have stayed in bed. My friend said that I missed a lot of new work in class. Is there anything I can do to catch up? My apologies again. Regards, Mariam Al-Balushi. Now we can see that this email is in the past tense, but there's another tense too, that's the past perfect. We also have an example of the third conditional, but that's another story. Stop the video while you write down the examples of the past simple and the examples of the past perfect. Try to work out why the past perfect looks different from the past simple. Think also about when you would use the past perfect instead of the past simple. When you're ready, look at the next slide, which will show you the examples of both the past simple and the past perfect. So let's have a look at the past simple examples that you've collected along with the past perfect. You should have a list like this. Let's focus on the positive ones. I left the hostel, I missed the bus, I had to walk, I reached the C4 building. We notice that there's only one word for the verb. But when we look at the past perfect, those are the ones in blue, we notice that we have two words. We have I had picked up my friend's folder. My friend had already left. She had taken my folder. And so on. So let's see if you can answer some questions about the past perfect. What is the structure of the past perfect? Well, we use had plus the verb 3, that's the past participle. So examples, had taken, had known. And when do we use the past perfect? We use the past perfect when one event in the past happens before another event which is also in the past. So for example, when I returned to the hostel, my friend had already left. So let's find the example that we've just talked about in the email. Here it is. When I returned to the hostel, my friend had already left. So my friend had already left, that's what happened first, and then I returned to the hostel. Let's find another example. Here it is. I had brought the wrong folder, and after that I realized that I had brought the wrong folder. It's the same with I had picked up my friend's folder. That's what happened first, and later I realized. So we use the past perfect to say that something happened before another action in the past. Here's another example of the past perfect. My friend had taken my folder to class by mistake. So she had taken my folder to class, and then I returned to the hostel. So had taken is the past perfect, and we use that to show that it happened before the other action in the past. Now what you need to try and do is use the past perfect in your writing.